So where we left off would be I forget what the date was, but I'm going to say that it's the morning of the 25th of July, 56 AM in story. So today is the day that you get on the airship to return back to Lenfar. Obviously, for the sake of not dragging it out, this session will be the only session not on the airship. But you wake up that morning, and it's quite a hurried rush of different events as it's quite a rush of different events happening all at once as the guild master ushers you all onto the airship. I should be talking loud enough for you to be able to hear me. Yes. Okay, anyway. So, you get on the airship, you get put in your different rooms, and the airship takes off. It's quite a rapid chain of events. But after a little while, you are up in the air, and the airship is on its way back to the continent of Girathina, where the guild is located. Is there anything that you would like to do as current? I'll say at this point you've been at Airborne for about 3 or 4 hours now. So it's approaching about midday.
We're in our rooms, yeah?
Yes. Rooms have been separated as they were last time. So Mira and Kay, Leon and Throck, Xanis and Uzok, Alice and Alec, Lucas and Penton, Milo and Gelda with Fenrir in the room. So same split up as last time.
Alright then, well, if Lupus is in the room with me, I'm going to ask Lupus something.
Okay. So it's been a couple hours. Been a couple of hours since you've actually all left the ground, and the continent of Revenue is kind of vanishing off into the horizon as the airship is moving with considerable speed. And as you've taken the time to get sorted out, you turn to Lupus to start talking to him. What are you asking him about?
Well, today's the day. You know what I said about the polymorphing thing?
Yes, I do remember, unfortunately.
A 5'7", 155-year-old high elf.
That is
Black
incredibly
hair,
specific.
please. I've put a lot of thought into this.
Okay, just keep in mind that it's gonna unless you're coming back to me to get this undone, this is gonna last for borderline a month and a half. So you'll need to come back to get it sorted out. It's got a long ass duration on it.
Actually, 5'10". I just thought about that, and the clothes might not fit.
Right. Okay. And taking the time to do so, Lupus uses his rune. I've got to remember what the name of the fucking rune is. This would be great if I had this up and to hand. But unfortunately, my brain is not the good. Therefore, I did not bother to prepare this obvious thing in advance. Wow. It's going to be right at the bottom of the list, isn't it? Where is it? So, yep, it's literally as simple as that, huh? So Lupus uses Runic Polymorph. What a creative name. And polymorphs you into a 5'10" high elf with black hair and matching the rough description that you give to Lupus. Congratulations, you've gone from rabbit to elf. Enjoy, I guess.
Wow. Impressive. How do I look?
Lupus just kind of frowns at you. I mean, I prefer you looking like yourself, but quite disappointing. I don't really have anything else to comment.
My ears are already pointy.
Yeah, it's alright, you facetious bastard.
Right, so Peter's gonna go over to his side of the room, wherever his stuff is, and pick out those clothes that he acquired from the laundry room.
Okay. So you get changed into the uniform for the members of staff that deal with the high rank, I guess not high ranking, but the first class flyers who are separated out from the rest of the common folk rabble in their fancy little private deck to themselves.
He will put it on, make sure it's not creased, and then he will go grab the ID that he forged by the name of Montgomery Montague.
Okay. Yes. So you have acquired your forged documents and items. What are you doing from here?
I'm going to also go collect a bunch of documents that I've been storing. I won't go into details on what they are, we'll find out later. And I'm going to turn again and say, well, how do I look now?
Lupus lets out possibly the most... I'm not even sure how to describe it, but the noise you get back is just...
Lord Montgomery Montague, your host in the clouds. At your service, sir.
Lupus just very slow, like, it's not even like a head tilt, it's a full body turn towards you. Crunches hit the knuckles in his knuckles in his right hand, which is currently balled up into a fist, against the palm of his left hand. And in the most neutral possible tone he can muster, says the following. If you were any more annoying, I would throw hands, but because I know who you are, I'm not going to. Because otherwise, I might break your nose. Please leave.
Oh, one more thing. What was his name again?
Abe.
Abe. Got it. I'll be right back, sir.
Please don't.
And then he will leave and go head towards the, I don't know where the upper class sort of section of the ship is.
It'll be the upper deck, yeah. So between where the sky deck is, so what's basically the top of the airship where the actual, roof or outside of the actual airship is. There's a deck between that and the the quote-unquote lower class, like second class, third class, rooms in that are. And there is an elevator that leads between them.
Okay. Guess I'll get him in the elevator then.
Okay. So you take the elevator up to what I'm now going to call the bougie floor. What are you doing?
I'm going to look around.
You are
Scan
inside
for
the
some-
elevator.
scan
You
for
look around, and it's walls of an elevator.
Wow, I didn't realize this was a text adventure. Okay, I'm going to leave the elevator by taking my hand and pressing the button to open the door of the elevator.
Are you now, sir? Okay,
Yeah,
yes.
of
So
course
you
it is.
leave the you actually leave the elevator now that you're on that floor.
Just
And-
leave the elevator midway up.
Yes.
Plummets to his death.
I mean, engineering's got to get in somehow. Anyway, nice. So you exit the elevator onto the actual bougie floor, and start to look around. And almost immediately, you are flagged down by what appears to be a member of the first class flyers.
Yes, can I help you?
Ah, yes. Greetings, sir. I was wondering, are you the gentleman that they said they'd send up for room service? Seems the phone line is down, and I can't quite get in contact without having to go amongst the common rabble.
Wait, describe the scene to me a little bit.
You are standing in a hallway outside of somebody's door who has just walked out of their door and flagged you down immediately.
Yes, that would be I.
Brilliant, brilliant. Well, I've been wanting to get some room service sorted out. I've got it all written down on this book or booklet, I guess. Let me take a piece out of the notepad for you. And he basically rips out a bit of paper and passes it to you. That'll be all. I think that'll be all.
Sorry, you didn't tell me what your room number was.
My room number? Well, it seems a bit unusual, but it's room 247.
247. Got it, sir. I'll be right. And then you will walk away, I guess, and start going towards the kitchen area?
Yep.
Why, what does it say on the note?
It says on the note that he would like some additional bath towels,
Oh, okay.
and that's about it.
Get some bath towels then.
Okay, so you make your way down to the other end of the hallway. You go into this laundry room and you grab some fresh towels. This guy could have done it himself if he wasn't so lazy, but you know, no ability for you. So you grab them and you start walking back up, and return with towel. The door opens again. Ah, yes, lovely. You've brought my towels, I trust.
I have.
Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. And he takes them from you.
There is a small matter I would like to discuss with you, if it's okay, sir.
Yes.
Concerning this arrangement. Is it right if I come in? It's a bit of a lengthy talk.
Certainly. And he seems a little bit suspicious, but allows you into I guess the compartment that he's staying in, which is ridiculously over-luxurized? That's not a word. Overly luxurious. There's a very clear difference, referring to Mr. Polymorphed. You notice a very clear difference in the quality of the room you're standing in versus the room that you actually have on this airship.
Oh yes, the premium suite. I trust everything's to your liking, sir.
Yes, it is quite. You wanted to discuss something with me. Can we get this over and done with? I'd like to shower.
Very good, sir. Well, I have a proposition for you.
He raises an eyebrow. Continue.
See, I look at you and I see someone of stature, someone driven, someone who knows what they want and knows how to get it.
He sits down upon one of the chairs in the room. Left foot down on the ground, with his right leg basically hooked over his left. Continue.
Penton or Monty is going to pull a very detailed image or picture or painting or whatever would be the context here of an airship out of his jacket.
The
Pass
man's
it across.
eyebrows raise.
Feast your eyes on the Utopia, sir. A 500 capacity luxury airship with all of the commodities. Its normal price would be 400 billion gil. However, if you'd like to indulge me, I would like to give it to you for only 20 billion.
He continues to look at you rather perplexed. And what exactly, sir, do I... You must, forgive me, but what exactly is convincing about this? It seems like you're trying to sell me this fancy thing. But why are you selling it to me at such a cheap price, sir?
Well, my name is Lord Montgomery Montague. I don't often host on these ships. It's a part-time gig. I mainly do it to find clients for my business.
Business?
Well, I'm in the airship business. I help companies start up for a small share of the profits. And it gives me money over time. It's long-term investments. And I'd like to get you involved in this. See, you stand to make a lot of money from this deal.
He raises his eyebrow at you again. Continue.
Well, I'm sure I don't have to tell you that commercial air travel is one of the fastest growing and most lucrative industries in Lunannon right now. I'm presenting you with the opportunity to make billions in pure profits every year. All you have to do is take this hugely cheap airship compared to what it normally would be and start up in the industry. In return, I will take 10% profits. I'll even handle the startup cost for you.
He seems not wholly convinced. And is going to roll an insight check. Can you roll deception, please?
Sure, I will take my even the odds natural 20 that I have.
And even less than that for you.
Mm-hmm.
So, what is that bonus total?
Have I still got active? I do. 49, I think?
So, do some maths. So yeah, he is completely convinced that you are trying to sell him a legitimate thing.
Oh, I have the documents here as well if you'd like to look at them. And he's going to pull out some blueprints for the airship, a certificate of ownership as well for the man to look at.
The noble Abe, or the nobleman, begins to flick through the forged documentation that you've made, and finds absolutely nothing wrong with it, as he's clearly quite scrupulous, and as you've been made aware by Kay when previously asking about this specific person, that he has managed to successfully con Cassandra out of $500 million gil on a small personal airship. So this man clearly has quite a strong understanding of the documentation and finds nothing wrong with it as he's flicking through, despite, there definitely being some scuffed bits and pieces in there, since I imagine Penton is not the best versed in how airships function. But he seems wholly convinced.
I bet you're wondering why I'm offering you this.
Why, yes, I definitely am, sir. Although I must say that this thing is a beauty. The rest of my noble house in the Nine Circles would certainly be, fascinated by this thing. Sorry, my bad. You see, our house name is, the Ninth Circle. My apologies, it's a common mistake I ended up making. And he rolls deception against you. So, as he is clearly trying to cover up a very obvious slip-up.
take another even the odds roll, which was a 19 I rolled earlier, and give that a
That'll be an insight check for you.
39.
Yep, so you succeed, as the guy definitely did not roll high enough to match that. So this nobleman, Abe, has very clearly revealed one of the defining elements that Lucas mentioned to you previously, that this man is actually an apocrypha, or a demon, that has disguised itself to fit in amongst the other humans and humanoid beings on this ship. For context, you are currently looking at a human. Although you are very clearly aware that this is an apocrypha in disguise.
The North Circles, eh? Well, don't worry, sir. I won't tell. Anyway, you seem like you're someone who likes to cut costs and keep profits high. Like me, you enjoy a little... I don't want to say sadism, but... Well, there's no other word for it, really, is there? Well, I tell you, this business would be an absolute cash cow in that respect. Think of all the things you could do. Think of all the misery you could cause with this. You could overprice tickets, you could charge extra for the necessities. Water, food, heating, the lot. Terrible wait times for journeys. Awful turbulence. Mysteriously disappearing luggage. Or, dare I say it, pay-as-you-go service.
You seem to have definitely taken this this apocrypha's interest, or Abe's interest, as I should be clear. He seems fascinated by the idea.
But it gets better. You can offer a premium membership to your business, to your company, that gets rid of all of these problems for a price. And then you just increase the price over time. Ever increasing profit and ever increasing misery. I'll even advertise it to you as the height of luxury. And it will be, so long as you fork out for membership. The poorer guests will call it a scam, and the richer guests will call it heaven. Constant arguing and fighting, constant unending misery. You can make your very own hell in the clouds.
Abe, sorry, as I should continue to refer to him, seems absolutely sold at this point, and is leaning forward in his chair to such a point that you could probably like make physical contact with his face, with how much he is leaning in just from where you're standing.
Monty will smile and just simply say, I see I've caught your interest.
Where do I sign?
We'll pull out the, have I already riddled out the certificate of ownership? No. Have I?
You've already shown him the documents and the certificate of ownership, yes. So he is currently looking through those as you're speaking to him.
Well, I'll just sign this check for 20 billion gil, make it out to Montgomery Montague, and I will sign this document officially handing over the airship to you.
The moment that you hand the checkbook over to him, it's an almost immediate signing of the actual check itself. With the name Abe being written down, and the last name being written in a language that you are not familiar with.
Exotic.
Well, thank you, sir. Although I must admit, you are definitely making a wise investment here.
Of course, my people will be in touch in due time. Pleasure doing business with you, sir.
Of course.
And he will leave.
And Abe is none the wiser, as he rolls a nat 1 on his final insight check as you're on your way out.
Benton will go back to his room. Take off the disguise, put on his regular clothes. Well, not put on his regular clothes. Is Lucas still there?
Yes, Lupus is still sitting there.
He will politely ask him to turn him back into a rabbit.
Lupus lets out possibly another incredibly frustrated slash mildly annoyed sigh, and uses the rune again to revert you back to your normal self, basically cancelling out the prior polymorph. Are you proud of yourself? Did you do it? You didn't.
Oh yeah, I am so proud of myself. How does 20 billion gil sound?
Yes.
Yeah.
I hope you know that once you file that, a very large percentage of that is going to be taken and basically put in a place where you can't touch it until we have to go. I've told you this before, and if you haven't been paying attention to me while I've told you this, then that's unfortunate. But a percentage of the profit that you've just made there, sir, is going to be going directly into what I'm going to call a war fund for your group and anybody else that you manage to rally to your cause. Because there is no realistic way in any plane, any dimension, or any location that you wish to summarize or pretend that you're in, that I'm gonna just let you walk away with that much gil scot-free, especially after I basically made that entire thing possible for you. And considering the potential moral ramifications of that, unless you'd like me to notify the rest of your group.
He's a demon and a con man.
And you're a rabbit folk and a con man. Your point?
Like Robin Hood, stealing from the rich and giving to not the poor, but those who need it.
You don't count as someone who needs it.
No, but Gil does. Oh shit. Fair enough.
Point made.
Hendon's gonna go put on his clothes and begin the process of basically destroying the evidence, disguise and such.
Okay. So I'm gonna handle that ridiculous amount of gil shortly.
Yeah.
Bastard. That's what you get when you get all the information you need and get time to prep this shit. Fucking goddamn you.
I have still like a third of my script that I didn't use.
Well, anyway, very easily manipulatable fucking demons aside. Is there anything else? Is there anything that Alec or Mira, you two, would like to do?
I'm gonna look for Kay.
Okay. Right, so you end up getting up out of your room, leaving Alice to lay about, and end up going to the same room that Mira and Kay are sharing, as they've kind of spent the first few hours being up in the air, just kind of resting and sorting out the bags, whatever. So Alec enters the room. So in this room currently is Alec, Kay, and Mira.
Hi guys. Kay, have you been told about what happened?
Bits and pieces of it, yeah. I was too busy trying to deal with the freaking handmaidens all having panic attacks in the cellar, trying to keep them away
Oh
from
no.
friends.
They all think I'm some weirdo now, don't they? Oh, that sucks.
I mean,
Wow.
Okay.
most people
We could be
seem to
weirdos
think
together.
that from the get-go, but you know. Anyway, what's that?
Do you guys think I'm weird?
I do, but that's just because you've managed to, handle the rest of us. So it kind of comes with the, I guess, the field.
Hey, it was fucking terrifying. I woke up at like 3 in the morning, and no one was there except this bastard, and he was so fucking creepy. He was so weird.
Don't
It
doppelgangers
was
look
way
exactly
weirder than
like you?
me. It looked like it, yeah, he looked exactly like me, but he did sound like me, but he didn't say things that I would say, you know.
So you just called yourself creepy then?
No, I don't look creepy. The creepiness comes from him, not my face.
Okay,
Damn, Alec.
okay, just kind of shrugs.
I have a very friendly face. Look, I've got little dimples when I smile. Look. See?
Okay, just kind of shrugs. Yes, I guess.
Good, good. Oh, and also, some Lord Malitus is trying to kill me, I guess. Uh,
But how do we know that you're not Lord Malatos?
how do we know that you're not Lord Malitus?
Oh, okay, he's got me there.
Kay just
Yes,
looks at
see?
you both like you're completely and utterly stupid.
But
How
I'm
do we
just
know
saying.
Kay's not Lord Malitus?
No,
That's
Kay
the
would
real
never be
question.
Lord Malatos. She's got too much uptown funk for that.
That's true. I trust Kay. I trust Kay wholeheartedly. So,
But how do we know that you're not the doppelganger's doppelganger? Huh?
well, I guess you could kill me and see if I turn into a really freaky monster, but I don't think it would. I don't think I would. So, and
Well,
I'd rather
I
not die.
I think if you don't want to die, then you need to pass the Maria quiz. Things that only
Hey!
people that are my friends would know.
Kay gets up and
Oh,
leaves the
fuck.
room, shaking her head in almost borderline catatonic disappointment.
Okay, bye, Kay.
Okay. She didn't give a question though.
I
Oh
don't think
well.
she's one for quizzes. I don't. At least not
Let's
fun quizzes.
fun quizzes. Okay, Alec. This is the hardest question. What is my favorite color?
Your favorite color?
My favorite
Um,
color.
I guess green. Is it green?
Oh my god, he's good at this.
Ah,
Okay,
fuck.
okay. When I'm outside, what is my favorite thing to look at?
The grass.
Oh my god. I knew it. You can't be the doppelganger's doppelganger. How would anyone but you know that I like looking at grass because it's green?
Ah, good. This was very easy. Oh, also your soap. Did I give you your soap back to you?
Oh my
And he kind of
soul.
searched around in his pockets and says, "Oh, I think I sat on it. Do you still want it?
Yeah,
It's
oh,
kind of squashed.
it's got hair on it as well. What did you do?
I think that's just from my pockets.
Ew,
think-
Lynn, that's gross. Alec, you need to change your
Yeah.
trousers sometime.
Yeah, probably.
Ugh. Let's buy me a new one. This was from Mimi.
Oh, damn.
You ruined my Mimi soap!
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. It was just when we got back, I just went straight to bed. I guess I just laid on it.
My Mimi soap!
Oh, we can get Mimi to get you some more soap. It's okay.
But this is my last one!
Well, you can still have it if you want. I can pull the
I...
little bits of linen off.
Do I have mending? Do I have
You
mending?
do. You do. You've used it before.
Have I?
I,
You sure that
You
was...
have.
I,
I don't have mending.
Well,
I
you
am
should
having
because
a
you did use
moment.
it. I'm sure.
I don't have mending.
What? Why are you trying to mend the soap?
I want to mend the soap.
But there's nothing
Did you?
broken about the soap in the first place. Why are you trying to
Wait,
mend something that's not broken?
am I being thick or did you not add my black mage spells?
You are being very thick. I'm pretty sure I've added them. All of the C's.
I don't see any.
It's probably because you organised your spells from in terms of category rather than leaving them split.
Can you look?
I am looking. Let's see. Let me look. Friggin' Screech. This is why. Let's see. Let me search in this.
Yeah, Mount's not on there. It's
The
I know-
M
wait, I see.
spells.
M is.
What? That spell that you're hovering over right now.
Yeah, I see it now.
This is what happens when you organize all of your spells by a spell type. Is that everything is going to kind of disappear into each other.
It's because I haven't sorted it since you did it again.
Like,
There we go.
oh my god. There you go.
Hey, fixed
Do
it.
you have mending?
It's all
I
there.
do not.
It is
I
all there.
don't. I don't. It's because I hadn't sorted it again, so pain. Okay, no, I don't have mending, so I can't repair my Mimi soap.
It's also not broken, so it doesn't apply under the effect of mending anyway, because mending implies that it's been broken into pieces.
Okay, can
Yeah,
we
it's
use
just got
mending
little
on-
bits of linen on it. It's got little bits of linen on it.
I mean, this would happen
Why maybe
anyway if it
that?
was stored in anything else that wasn't a container.
But it's been crushed by Alex's ass.
But that's what happens to most of your possessions in your backpacks. Is it will
They've been
get
crushed by
squished.
Maria's ass.
Probably.
No, they've been crushed by my arse
My beef,
specifically.
my beef jerky's gone flat.
What's happening? What's happening here is a phenomenon known as Alec is wearing a cloak. He's secretly got like a dump truck.
No, he doesn't.
We're gonna have to get Alec ass reduction surgery.
No, he's got a severe lack of dump truck.
He got a dummy grabby waist though.
Well done.
Bro's built like a pole.
Oh god.
Okay, well you're gonna have to get me a new Mimi soap.
Okay.
Okay. Well done, you passed
Okay.
the doppelganger test. But you haven't passed the doppelganger's test.
Neither have you.
Oh crap, okay, I'm ready. I'm ready for this.
Let's just agree that neither of us are doppelgangers. How about that?
Do you pinky promise?
I pinky promise.
Okay, fine. Okay,
There we
not
go.
pinky. You've got really long hands.
Yeah, that's true. Where did Kay go? I don't think she likes us being silly. I don't think she's a silly person.
Kay has left the room. She is somewhere on the airship,
Can we go find her?
if you so wish.
Yeah.
Sure, let's go find Kay.
Woo!
So,
Let's go on a little adventure.
okay. So, Alec and Mira, you've gone off to go and find Kay. Penton, what are you doing now? Just so I can check in what the other party members are doing.
Does Lucas want to do anything?
Depends on what you're gonna ask him.
We'll just go for a walk around the decks, see what we see, see who we see. I don't have anything else to do right now.
Lupus just kind of shrugs. I suppose so.
Off we go and get a few drinks and celebrate my victory.
God, sometimes the audacity of your group surprises me. It's like the one.
We're so audacious.
And
Is that a word?
I think so. But Lucas puts down this like what I want to call like a notepad. It's a pretty friggin' dense notepad. Just puts it down with his belongings, leaving his he's kind of just dressed in some pretty simple clothes. So his normal red shorts with the white fur around the middle, and like just a generic kind of tank top thing in place of where his armor would normally be. And out you go. So, dubstep noises. So your search for K does not turn you up anything. Like, you search around the whole deck that you're looking for. Like, you search around the whole deck and you don't find any traces of K. But you do end up bumping into Lupus and Penton, who are just kind of meandering about the place.
Oh, hello.
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 Maria has confirmed that I'm not a doppelganger's doppelganger, so
Or a doppelganger's
We can-
doppelganger's doppelganger.
yeah. So we can rest easy now.
Yes.
Oh dear.
What?
You know what, Mira? Lupus puts his hand on Mira's head. If you had a brain, you'd be scary. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem like it works properly.
No, it's been malfunctioning for a while.
It was functioning to begin with.
No.
Yeah. Anyway.
I got stuck in boot up.
I encountered a 404 error out of the womb.
Just a constant
There you go.
Windows XP load.
I have no comment on that. Anyway.
So what have you guys been up to? Oops, sorry. I butted in.
Just
No, that's what I was going to ask them.
Oh.
What are you up to?
just told you we've been confirming that I'm not a doppelganger's doppelganger.
That's all you did.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, we had a chill conversation and then MK left and we can't find her.
I mean...
So I think she's avoiding us. Because we're too silly.
It wouldn't surprise me in the slightest if that is what she's doing. Considering that she's not exactly had much positive interaction with most of you lately.
She's had positive interactions with me. A lot of them. I can read runic now.
Congratulations, you've done the easiest part. And Lupus does like a slow clap.
Oh man. Okay, well, I'm sure Kay can teach me how to write runic too.
Lupus gives you both a very stern but sort of relaxed expression, like look, with a kind of mellow expression on his face. If she's going out of her way to not be found by you, perhaps leaving her alone for the time being is probably the better option.
Yeah. I'll ask her whenever she wants to. I'm not gonna chase her around.
But
It's
what you're doing
fine.
at the moment.
Yeah, that's what you're doing right now.
Well, I just wanted to make sure she wasn't, like, gone somewhere.
Like it wasn't just a normal game of hide and seek.
Why would it be a game of hide and seek?
No, I don't think she's playing.
And Lupus,
No, I don't think she's a
just
games person. Do you want to play hide and seek?
Oh, yes.
Excellent. I think that's what we'll be doing today.
Eh.
Okay, well, you two have fun with that.
Okay. You too.
Bye-bye.
And Lupus and Pending carry on their stroll while the two of you play hide and seek.
Who's hiding and who's seeking?
Pendant turns to Lupus as they're leaving. They are adults, right? There's not like a massive gap in my brain that's not processing something right now. They're playing hide and seek.
Mm-hmm. I don't have anything to comment on it. The fact that your group is still within the guild and still alive is either Lakshmi laughing at me and giving me the middle finger, or it's a string of extreme miracles happening back to back. And the two end up walking away. So Mira and Alec, you were spending time playing hide and seek together in the airship. What is happening at the moment? What can happen at the moment? Considering that I've only planned like half a session worth of stuff.
Wing.
Yes. Okay, so Penton. Whilst I'm gonna give it a little bit of the session whilst Alec and Mira are playing hide and seek. But you and Lupus end up basically sitting in one of the little lounge areas on the I guess the normal deck. And he seems a bit troubled.
What's on your mind?
A lot of things. Some things I can't share with you. Others more revolving around my expectations of your group's survival odds over the next however long. So it seems like the Lillian Beast cult is preparing themselves for something big.
Something big.
Yes. And Lucas looks around and uses a rune you're unfamiliar with, and the whole each of the walls kind of flashes with a rune that has the guild symbol in the center of it. Right. Basically, what's happening at the moment is I have very strong reason to believe that your mentor is lying in wait for when you go to hunt down something that's recently been posted in the guild.
That's extremely vague.
Lupus
What's posting?
Lupus clicks his fingers and the book that you'd seen him place down earlier appears on the table, and it opens to a very specific page. This book, as a whole, is essentially my way of documenting what missions are posted in the guild and what ones aren't. And this specific one, Lupus taps the page, is very much giving me cause for concern. It's not been posted, and I'm sure you can see why. And on this piece of paper is basically the hunt poster that appears to show the outline, like a really sketch of some sort of amalgamation. And on the page next to it is a bounty for Mace. These two missions, or I guess postings, turned up in the guild yesterday. And on both of them has a direct address or direct reference to your group.
What the hell is that thing? Referring to the creature of some kind that usually was scribbled.
Lupus shrugs. I have not the foggiest.
Never seen anything like that before, ever.
Nope. Problem is that there are some elements of this thing that are vaguely familiar to me. And that's the way it's described. The fact that some of the elements of it seem to resemble a behemoth of some sort, but I can't really place what it is outside of that. And obviously Mace, being Mace, is trying to lure one or multiple of you into a trap.
Do I recognise this any elements of this creature?
Nope.
Nope.
All of the elements that would be inherently obvious as to what it's comprised of is, I'd say, out of character. Penton would not have any idea of the composing elements that are obvious there.
So there's two separate listings. One is for this creature, the hunt mission for this creature, and one is a literal bounty on Mace that is requesting us specifically.
Yes.
Well, that was clearly posted by Mace himself.
Mm-hmm. I can tell because the handwriting is not only terrible, but it's also written in Vulcan.
It also smells.
I should certainly hope not, because it's not a direct posting from... This is more of a representation of it, magically speaking. The actual posting itself has been put aside and put in an anti-magic case.
Wait, no, never mind. That was me.
What?
You know what I said?
Lupus raises an eyebrow in confusion. What? You know what? Never mind. I don't
It
wanna
doesn't
listen.
smell. Apparently I smell. Moving on. So simply, we just don't take this listing.
Well, that's the problem. You, as a group, have been assigned to that mission.
Why?
REM. Because if the mission is directly addressed to you, and is making direct mention of your group, according to REM, Mr. Fun Higher-Up Man, this is a situation for you to deal with.
Can he not see it's an obvious bait?
Oh no, he can. He just doesn't care.
Does he know about us being, you know,
Mm-hmm.
chosen ones or whatever?
He does not know you are the Sage Bloodline members. As that itself is relatively quiet information.
Understandable.
That's why I've only explained the importance of it so much to all of you, but so far, you, Xanis, and Yuzok are the only three that I've managed to fully explain the importance of it to, without, details spilling over. Why do you think I haven't told Mira the full extent of the importance of her particular heritage?
Well, this has severely undercut my good mood that I was riding on. If I ever meet this guy, I'm gonna introduce him to the back of my fucking hand.
Well, it doesn't have to reduce your mood as such, because I've intentionally put a couple. Well, I say a couple. I've intentionally assigned your group to a couple of missions beforehand in hopes that we might have a better idea of investigating who and what.
Does he know what we look like?
Oh,
Who we are? Rem.
yes.
So we can't send other people in our place and just claim that's us.
No, but I have had two people volunteer to help out with that situation.
Is it Leon Throck?
No, actually.
No?
Cedric, who has volunteered to go and investigate what that abomination thing is. And the other one is Delta, who is going to go and investigate where the hell Mace is holed up.
And hopefully stop Cedric from killing us.
I don't know what your problem with Cedric is. He's fine. He has some temperamental issues, but he seems to perk right up whenever I'm around. He's a bit of a dick, but
Yes, what about when you're not around?
well, that's why you'll never see me and Gore outside of the guild on different occasions.
But if he goes with us, you won't be around, sir.
Who said anything about him going with you?
Oh, he's going separately, okay.
They are currently going ahead before you
Oh,
and your
yeah.
group is assigned and sent off to these missions. They are going ahead to check out what the situation is. And I've only gotten small amounts of information, but I'm pretty sure we're getting to the point now where I have some of the information that I need about where Mace is holed up. And this abomination thing is Well, still a mystery to me at the moment.
Well, we have 20 billion gil to beef ourselves up before we have to
Nope.
walk that road. No, what do you mean no?
You underestimate how much of that is going to be put aside for later.
Can I have some of it?
Yes, you can have some of it. I'm just got to work out how much of this I have to separate out for you to use now, and for me to save for the rest of your group to split amongst you later, because you severely underestimate how many people are going to be going into the abyss. This is the first time we've made an actual hostile move towards the Living Beast cult.
Well, we're definitely overdue for a counterattack.
Oh, 100%. Trying to find the thing.
So what do you want us to do in the meantime?
Well, train.
Same old then.
Sure. Anyhow,
So what's this about you not having faith in us?
Lucas immediately looks away and does his best not to make eye contact. I have faith. In a few of you.
You tested us. We beat your test.
I wouldn't call that a test.
I nearly died, but we beat your test.
You beat Rem's test. Have you seen how your group meshes together so far?
No, because we don't.
And Lupus indicates his hand towards Penton. You see my point. I have faith in your group as individuals if I were to send them off for a mission. I do not have faith in your group when they're put together. Understandably so. I mean, look at Alec and Mira. They're playing hide and seek in the middle of an airship, whilst we're still technically on a mission.
Yeah.
Doesn't do wonders for the guild's reputation.
No.
But
What should we do about it?
Hmm?
What can we do about it?
Nothing. I will allow them to continue to play the part of the children.
Can we request your sage counsel in teaching us how to be better warriors rather than just throwing us up against? Well, it wasn't your decision, but
Well, there's not really much I can teach you. I've given you as much counsel as I can when it comes to learning how to use your runes. Unfortunately, this is something that I personally cannot fix. Your group seems to collectively have incredibly intense feelings of negativity towards Alice. Mira's a mixed bag for most of your group. Some like her, some don't. Alec, most people seem to at least have some faith in his abilities, but the moment you put him and Mira together, well, you saw. Milo, I'm not going to voice my thoughts and feelings on that one, but he's capable. Obviously you seem to know what you're doing at this point, at least in a social sense. Your sword skills could use a little bit of improvement, but there's only so much you can do in the position you're in, and relying on luck. I love my son, but there's only so much that he can currently do. Kay, your group is very heavily reliant on her at the moment, but there's not really much that can be done about that. Yuzok, I've still got to work out what Yuzok's whole deal is, but he seems to have some understanding of what he's doing. And Gelda, I don't really have any thoughts or opinions on Gelda.
I know nothing about Yelda. We have literally never spoken.
I know about his bloodline, I know some of his background information, but I don't wish or intend to make any further conversation with him outside of the recent one I had before we left to get him a blood crystal sorted out. Because that requires me to speak to him in a manner where it doesn't get fed back to Milo and a potential unpleasant conversation occurring from there.
So how do we fix the situation then? Because it sounds like we're just mismatched as a group.
Well, there's only so much that you can really do about that.
Can we add new elements?
You have one more person to recruit into your group, and I have a good friend of mine that I found out has been assigned to that mission in Honeymill. I think I've told you about before. That guy named Nolan.
The rabbit guy, yeah.
Yes, he should hopefully cover up some of the potholes in your group's capabilities. But it's something I do need to sort out. Now to think about it.
Well, if nothing else, he'll certainly fill the silence. There's a loud man, if he's anything like the doppelganger was.
Yeah, he's kind of loud. Speaking of which, I do need to have a conversation with Mira.
Anyway, we've been sitting here for ages, and we've not had a drink yet.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
And Penton leaves the table to go and get drinks. In the meantime, Mira and Alec, your game of hide and seek has concluded, and you've ended up bumping into Yuzok, who is currently examining some of the plants on the airship as they look a little wilted.
Who won the game?
I don't know. How do you?
Who was hiding?
Who won?
I would imagine
Yeah,
that during this time, several games of hide and seek have occurred.
Okay.
I don't know. Roll a d20 and we'll see. Let's see who won overall.
Roll high. Okay, that's all
Alright,
right.
high or low? Which one of
Fuck.
Which one of you's going for which?
I'll go low.
Okay, I guess I'm high.
That's a 57, so high.
Ah!
Woohoo!
Mary's grumpy now.
Anyway.
So you found Yuzok, who is currently examining some of the plants. As they
Don't
look-
worry, Mary. I'll buy you extra soap. Oh, hi, Yuzok. How are you doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Are you looking after the plants?
Yeah. Yuzok just looking at plants. They look wilted.
Oh, that's a shame.
Oh, can you use some magic to make them look better?
Yuzok takes a moment and just scratches his chin. Yuzok don't think he can help these plants.
Well, you can try showing me. I'd like to know.
He takes a moment and just examines the plants a little further. Gonna have him roll a nature check. Where is his
That nature
bonus?
check.
That's a nat 20, okay.
Ooh.
So he takes a look at the plants and gives them a surprisingly thorough examination. Yuzok know why plant not healthy. Plant seems to be from Feywild, not from you. And he nods with a very solemn and firm expression.
I see. So if we wanted it to feel better, we'd have to return it to the Feywild?
He gives a firm nod.
Oh, that's a shame. I don't think we're going for a while. Well, we can take it with us anyway.
Yuzok don't think it's a good idea to take plant from here.
No,
What
me
we stealing?
neither.
Oh, it's one of the plants on the ship. I thought it was just your plant. Like you just had plants.
No, it's one of the potted. For context, it's one of the potted plants that's in the walkways.
Oh. Well, why did they take plants from the Feywild and put them on an airship? That wasn't very smart of them.
Yuzok don't think people very smart in the first place.
That's very true. What an astute observation.
Yuzok just has a kind of. He's kind of half smiling, but also kind of frowning at the plant as he's trying to find a way of making it look better, but is not having any success with it. Oh dear. Okay, so what is happening so during this time, you end up just kind of you end up wandering into like a small. I think I'm just gonna double check the word I'm about to use is correct. Is this the right thing? Because I know my brain goes, this is the correct word to use. Does it not seem like... Okay, no, that is the right word. So you end up wandering into an atrium towards the center part of the airship, with it's like a large hallway down the center of the building, the Kali building, the center of the airship that kind of separates off into all the different possible areas that you can go to, with multiple like different kinds of like elevators to different floors, and this really pretty stained glass ceiling, and through which you can kind of spot the handrails for the like surrounding it at the very top from the actual airship itself.
So it's just filled with lots of different
Like,
plants. Okay.
sorry, my brain was making. I had to type out a couple of notes before I forgot.
I was like waiting. I was like, someone's gotta say something, surely.
Thank you so much for that. I was trying so hard to speak, but I just could not bring myself to do it.
Oh, me neither. But
Sorry.
I forced myself.
Sorry, I had to take a second to write something down because otherwise I would have forgotten it, guaranteed. So I just left it there. Right, so basically you're standing in a big old hallway in the airship, and above you
Is
there
this-
is it's basically like a large glass mural.
Okay.
Is this still me, Mario, and you, or is it
Yeah,
just
so
someone else?
it's just,
Yeah, it's all
just the
cool.
three of you.
And we're just chilling.
Pretty much, yeah. You're kind of wandering around the airship at the moment.
Can Yuzok tell us about some of these plants? I want to learn the way of the plant.
You would need to ask him about that, and I would need you to describe me a plant that you're looking at.
We'll go for one that's like in good condition, but not fully. That's kind of like a normal-ish plant that I think he would have faith in me to look after. And I'm gonna point it and say, "Yeah, so that plant over there doesn't look like it's doing too well. Can you like show me how to look after it?"
Okay, so let me so he goes over to the plant and rolls another nature check and an investigation check. That's a nat 1 on the investigation check, but
Oh no.
a 19 on the dice for the nature check, so that's 33 total. So as he's examining over the plant, he doesn't really see what's wrong with it, if anything, but does notice that the actual plant itself could use... Oh god.
Bruising up.
The whole plant itself, he ends up taking the time to show you like the different bits and pieces of and kind of starts educating you on how plants function.
It's anatomy.
Pretty much, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I'd assume Alex getting involved in this as well. You're basically getting a full-blown education on plants and their anatomy.
Would this count as progression to a nature proficiency?
No.
Probably not.
I think
no.
I was working on that at some point, wasn't I?
I have written down the last thing. Milo was practicing sign language, but he's learned that now. You were making your way towards a nature prof, Mira.
Oh, it
He
was
studying
nature.
his illusionist scroll, but that's done. Alice was practicing sword work, but that's not really developing towards anything. And Alex,
Can I make it count for that?
you can certainly do so, but you will need to take a while. You will probably need to spend most of this trip on the way, like the week trip back, prioritizing learning nature as your main thing.
That's fine by me. As long as Yuzok is willing to be my faithful guide. He's not, is he?
I will roll to see if he would be willing to do that. It's going to be a percentile roll. With his attitude towards Mira currently is check Yuzok to Mira. It's conflicted and cautious of, so we're looking at mildly negative. So that doesn't split very well.
Come on, I'm hoping for a miracle.
He seems generally quite neutral to the whole thing, and seems willing to do so, but definitely seems like he would rather be doing other things.
Fair enough, I'm sure a lot of people would rather be doing other things around me. I'm not wrong.
Oh god, but no, so during this time, Alec, are you going to be joining in on learning about the nature and things?
The nature.
Probably for a little while, but then I'll probably get bored and then just walk around elsewhere.
That's valid. So you end up spending some time being taught by Yuzok how to deal with the things like nature and all that good stuff. The lesson concludes once Yuzok starts noticing that Alec is kind of losing interest, and the three of you Yuzok ends up returning back to his room. However, you can hear people getting quite. It sounds like there are a couple of voices in the one of the more like lounge-esque areas being quite loud and rowdy.
Party.
Do you want to go and investigate the sound?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you go to investigate the sound, you find that Lucas and Penton have had a fair few to drink. For context, it is I'd say about 6 p.m. by this point.
Jesus, they got to happy hour quickly.
Yeah, the time has passed quite quickly, but you know, it's the start of the airship journey. The start is always the fastest part. So you end up investigating for the source of the noise, and you do find Lupus and Penton are both semi-inebriated. They've had a fair few to drink. There is you find that there's quite a bit of what I can describe as litter. Basically, lots of a fair few empty glasses and mugs, and the two of them are having some very, what I can't describe as like in-depth conversation because neither one is sober enough to have like scholar level communications of the higher parts of society, but they're having some conversations. You can't completely hear. But you can definitely hear them being quite loud and rowdy. You can't hear exactly what's being said, but you can hear things being said. I can't. My brain is having trouble with wording.
You can hear words, but not actually what the words are.
Yes, there we go. Sorry, my brain is kind of potato.
Let's see. So I'm with
Yeah. So
Alec, and we're kind of in the dining area lounge.
kind of think of this area as like a semi-long corridor down one side of the airship that's separated out into what like individual rooms, but they're kind of like booths. So you know, like when you go to like diner restaurants, they've got like booths.
Yes.
Think that, but each one of the booths, whatever.
Booths.
Booths.
Oops.
Each booth is kind of separated out into its own room. So it's kind of like a. I'm trying to think what it is, but it's
Like a cubicle?
yeah, there you go. Kind of like a tinted glass cubicle. You can kind of see in if they've adjusted, if they haven't messed with how tinted the glass is, you could see into these rooms. And it contains a semi-large booth, a big table. You reckon you probably fit about 5 people in one of these at a time without it getting too squished in. Would you like to enter this room, or are you going to leave the two of them to their debating?
Or should we be annoying, or should we go find someone else?
I don't know.
God, I don't know, they seem awfully rowdy.
Let's just walk up and see how they are.
Okay,
And
well,
then we'll
we'll
decide.
like, yeah, put our faces to the glass and then see what they do.
Or just say hi.
Or just say hi.
So
Yeah, that would be better.
are you basically popping your heads into the room and saying hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hi, guys.
Hello.
Hello.
And so I was like, there is no way that you can crush that melon between your legs, Susan. It's just not happening. Next thing you know, there's melon seeds all over the walls, and it's a straight up melon massacre. Oh, hello. How are you two? Welcome
Did you just say Susan crushed a melon?
Yeah, no, I want to hear the end of the story.
Yeah, tell us about Susan.
Okay, come and join. Would you like some drink?
Yes.
Oh, I've never been drunk before.
Would you like something a bit more basic then?
I don't know, because I feel like it could be funny, but I'm not sure.
Get her a milkshake.
Oh,
Let's get her a
God.
milkshake or something.
I'll get you something mild. Like, it's not actually gonna have alcohol in it, but it's.
Can I get a fruity cocktail?
Yes.
I think we're gonna save Maria being drunk for when we're in a controlled environment with less people
In a controlled
around.
environment, I exist here. I am essentially a parent to this small green menace. And I guess I am technically your improvisory adult in this situation.
I think
Oh my
we're all
God.
adults, actually.
But you're
You
playing
You're fine.
seek on an
Yeah.
airship, so
It was fun.
true, but also
It was fun though.
you're on a mission under my guild's name on an airship, carrying our
Okay.
uniform, so I am your adult.
Understandable. No more public hide and seek games,
Come
Maria.
on.
Unfortunately.
Oh,
Be
there's
chicken.
no.
Do it. You only live once.
Okay.
What am I supposed to do when I'm bored then? I'm not bothering
We can have a
anyone.
conversation. We can play I Spy. You know, a little
Yeah.
a little
Anyway,
Okay.
personal one that no one wants to be a witness to.
So
You
Lupus
mean
pulls up
if there's
this
no
menu.
witnesses?
Lupus pulls up a menu on this glass screen and taps a couple of things, and then kind of slides his hand down the glass and it disappears. Right, so let's do some swapsy rounds of the seats. And Lupus basically gets up, plants himself against the window, having to shuffle past Penton and kind of squishing him against the booth in the process, whilst Alec and Mira sit on the other side.
I thought you said sing. I was singing.
Yes, you're gonna sing inside of the chair.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you take your seats. Okay, so Susan, you've met Susan, right?
Yes.
So
Very much.
this was years ago. This was like, I think, within the first 5 years of Susan joining the guild. It was an experience, let me tell you. But she decided it would be a great idea that because she had managed to break one of the bits of equipment, she decided it'd be a genius idea instead to practice her, to basically practice her thigh strength. That she would crush a watermelon, not just talking like your regular watermelon. She made me enlarge that thing with magic. So we're talking like people-sized watermelon. Like probably the same size as like the entirety of your torso, Mira. Size
Oh my
watermelon. It was massive. And she started trying to crush it between her thighs as an exercise. And I told her she wasn't gonna break it. Next thing you know, bits of watermelon everywhere. Seeds, rind, watermelon flesh. It was everywhere. And I felt so freaking bad for... Who was it again? I'm gonna have Lucas roll a history check. Ooh. I actually rolled well. Fuck.
A miracle.
I
Did she
know.
not take
Bro,
into the
remember-
drunk negative?
I mean, technically disadvantage on that, I'm gonna say.
That's the word.
I rolled a 19 and a 16 on the dice, so that's a 38 total on history, if I have remembered to... Oh wait, yeah, because Lupus doesn't have any of his class abilities actually added to a sheet yet, because this is still a work in progress in the new format.
Rip.
No, actually no, all the passives are added. Okay. I did remember to set that up properly. Woo! He's just missing magic gear and most of the abilities. Because work in progress. Okay, so I remember who it was now. So Susan, going to town on this watermelon, obliterates it, right? And who walks in but Leroy? Have you met Leroy?
No.
No. Okay. Well, he's a really nice guy. Really tall Arctic barefoot guy. He's kind of got some shady energy about him. You know, he's always like wearing suits, always sharply dressed. Looks great. Smells like blueberries as well. But he walks in anyway.
Ooh.
He walks into the what I'm gonna call the gym. I think that's the human term for it. I just call it a fitness room because that's what it is. It's not really just weights and stuff like that. But poor Leroy walks in and just gets watermelon directly to the face. Like, this thing exploded with enough force that I'm pretty sure it knocked him off of his feet. It was something to behold.
So it's a pretty big chunks then.
Oh, yeah. We're talking like, if you were using a sling, like sling and stone,
Yeah.
we're talking like you could use the chunks of melon that were left over in a sling and just catapult it by hand.
A melon catapult.
I mean, this has been done before. Unfortunately, when you have me, and Lucas kind of swoons forward a little bit, when you have me as a guildmaster, I come out with some whack ideas, right? So I asked Summer at one point, one of the higher ups. I'm sure you'll eventually end up meeting her at some point. She's a druid, and I decided what would be funny to get her to do is to just make a melon catapult. She used, I think it was Siege of the Trees, and she made these trees turn into catapults, and I gave them melons, and we got them to launch. And then I think Ziffy, Delta, and Kaz basically had a competition to see who could shoot the most melons out of the air.
There is truly a spell for everything.
Oh yeah.
What the fuck was the business with that snake?
What snake?
When we were back at the inn, we saw you by the lake, and there was this big fucking
Oh, yeah.
wormy snake going all over the place. Like it was a fucking kite.
Lupus goes a little red in the face. He's got I want to say he's a little bit flushed because he's had a lot to drink. But at this point, it's like a full-on embarrassed flush. I didn't realize that you would be able to see that initially.
You looked straight at us.
I did, because I realized I felt this sensation like there was someone staring at the back of my head. I turn around and there's a bunch of people standing by a window looking at me. So, how do I explain this? Okay, so one of our guild members is this Orc Bovian guy called Bradley Calero. He's a dark knight. Little bit of an egotistical guy about his battle scars. Kind of masochistic, but you know, that kind of comes with the whole Dark Knight package. You always get some of those people. But he bet me that I could not lift a Zolom out of a swamp using my runes.
What's a Zolom?
You don't know what a Zolom is. I explained
Do you know
this on way here before.
He punted them across the place.
The giant snakes? No. And Lupus that book is still on the table. Lupus flicks through. Right, wrong book. Clicks, and the book kind of morphs into a different book with a completely different cover. And he flicks through the pages and then puts it down. This is a Zolom. And he kind of has to angle it so you can all see. So you can all see from that part, the parts of the table you're looking at. This right here is a Zolom. Big swamp snake. Immediate danger noodle. Some swamp regretty spaghetti right there. That is a nope noodle if I've ever seen one.
Anyway. Carry on.
I'm sorry, sir. Are you laughing at me? And my
Nope
name's
noodle?
Sir. Yes. It's a nope root. Well, the better way of saying it anyway. You're laughing at my strange names for things. I can't claim that I was the first one to start saying it. I overheard it during an adventure of mine, and I haven't stopped saying it since. But no, these things are very much infamous amongst the blue mages of the world. And I remember, who was it? Obviously, good old Bradley was betting me I couldn't fling one of them around using my runes because they're too large. But I also had to find out. Yes, it was Marius. A guy called Marius Silverhoof. Hoof. Yeah, not hoop. God, I can't do my need a drink. But he's been debating the idea of coming out to Revenue to learn the Zolom's unique blue magic. And you know, I'm surprised he hasn't learned it already, but you know what? That's kind of his thing. He just does things for the sake of it. But anyway, you're more interested in the stupid things that happen at the guild, I'm guessing.
Yes, more interested in the Sky Snake, yes.
What about the Sky Snake? Yes, I got bored as well. Leon and Throck were off doing their thing. Your group was doing whatever your group was doing, and it was just me. And unfortunately, I can't directly contact Zivy from this distance without a lot of setup, so yeah.
So you thought you'd make a danger little kite.
Yes.
I don't even know what to say in response to that. I didn't know what to say at the time either. I just sort of stood there, mouth wide open, very confused. Just accepted what was happening in front of me, really. It's quite beautiful. Pretty majestic.
Lupus has a smile.
It was
on his
very funny.
face.
It was very good.
Well, thank you, Alec. Lupus looks at Penton with a kind of wry smile on his face. There are so many jokes I could make about the way that you decided to phrase that, but I am mature, and I will not. But anyway, so, Mira.
Hello.
How was spending time with Simon?
It was good. I miss him already.
Did he tell you about the thing we had set up? So you
The
can,
crystal. Yay.
so you can access that. I'll show you where in the guild it is when we get back. But you should be able to access that at any point you so wish.
Yay. Thank you.
That's perfectly fine. Ah, I believe that's our drinks arriving. And this, basically this server comes in and has a moment of recognition between him and the guild master, as it's this 6 foot tall black rabbit folk who puts these drinks down on the table. Right, so we have a dragon whiskey mix for you, sir, and passes that to the guild master. And I believe the same for you, sir.
That's correct, yes.
And he puts it in front of Benton.
Thank you very much.
And then which one was which? And Lupus kind of indicates which drink to who. Ah, yes, the elderberry cocktail for the young green lady, and he puts the drink down in front of you, and it's if I could describe to you like a forest green drink, what you're picturing in your head in like a cocktail glass, like a martini glass, that is what is put in front of you with a little lemon wedge on it. Not lemon, sorry, lime.
Oh my god, it's green.
And then what was it? I believe this was the blue dragon. I believe it's a cocktail, but I can't remember the exact ingredients. You must excuse me. It's been an interesting start to the flight.
Yep, that's fine.
And it's like a kind of like a dark mixture of like dark and light blue. Like it's kind of giving you like oceany vibes.
Nice.
It's like a little color gradient of like it's like a really dark
Ooh.
blue at the bottom, and it gets progressively lighter blue the further up the drink you go. So anyway, drinks have arrived. Don't drink it too fast, Mira, it will go to your head. But
Glug, 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 glug.
Why'd you saying glug? You have to drink it. You don't just make the noise.
so whilst this whole conversation is happening, Milo.
Hi.
Hi.
God, it's Mimi moment.
I got Skittles.
Spitosh.
I will need to turn you up a little bit because you are quiet.
Oh.
There we go. 166% volume. There we go.
Oh, can you increase it by 3?
No.
Oh.
Nice.
You went to 169.
Hey.
Yeah. That's funny to me. Is that fan is screeching? Hold on.
I'll sort it out.
Okay. Silence the fan. It's screaming after you knocked it over and damaged it. So, Milo, you've been kind of, for context of what you've missed before you turned up, we are in the sky currently. It's about 6 p.m., so we are well into the first, I guess, day of the journey. Alec and Mira and Kay had an interaction where Alex kind of caught up Kay on what happened on the what happened with the whole doppelganger event, and then Mira and Alec silliness ensued. Pendon has just conned
Classic.
a demon out of a lot of money. Bastard.
Based as fuck.
So we're on an airship.
Mhm.
Where are we heading? Because
Back
I've
to
missed that part.
Lanfar. So we're heading back to
Okay.
Lunannon now. And as of current, everybody apart Kay's wandering around doing her thing. Mira, Alec, Lupus, and Penton are currently in one of the lounge areas, getting a little bit drunk. But whilst this is happening, you are just kind of in your room. Gelder's not here right now, as he's kind of wandering about. What would you like to do?
I guess maybe you go and find Kay.
Okay. Okay. I am mature. Okay, so you wander about the airship to go and find Kay, and you find her sitting up on the sky deck. So like basically the very top floor of the airship, where like they've got the protective railing. And she's just chilling up there reading a book.
Hey, okay.
Oh, hi Milo.
Milo's gonna walk over.
Okay, so you approach. She stays sitting on the cool metal deck, and looks up at you from what she's reading. You quite alright? You seem pretty worn out. Guessing the early wake up didn't help much.
I'm gonna be real. I don't remember anything.
It's perfectly fine. It's a very basically early wake up rush onto the airship. That's the most you need to worry about.
Yeah, that was Violet.
Oh shit. Great start. Brain, please engage. Meanwhile, my chair is going to creak up a fucking storm. It's one involved with being punched like a gremlin. So, Kay kind of scratches the back of her head. So, what brings you up here then?
Milo goes to sit down. Well, to be honest, just walking around and just like saw you and went, why not have a chat? We haven't talked one-on-one in a while.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of stuff's happened since then. So,
Yeah.
that makes sense.
Sometimes I feel just our group is just bad luck sometimes.
Bad luck is definitely a description of it, yeah.
Yeah. It's just one thing after another, isn't it?
Well, it's what happens with good life. Unfortunate things just kind of occur, and, well, our group's not exactly known for their intelligence, so either myself or other people put ourselves out and then take the hits for others.
But how are you? Doing alright?
Yeah, I'm alright. How are you?
Tired, I suppose. Not really sure.
She scratches her head for a minute. So, you and Joel have been getting on okay?
Yeah.
And she smiles a little bit. Well, I'm glad that you two are bonding, I guess. So
What the things that happened last night, whatever it was it last night? Jesus Christ.
I think so. Yeah.
Yes. Alec and his doppelganger.
Yeah, I mean, more bad luck being drawn to the group by someone.
Oh dear.
And she just kind of shrugs, as though, like, it kind of gives the energy of, like, it's completely unaffected, like, it's not affected her in the slightest.
Well, want to talk about plants that I found?
Yeah, sure. May just, and she reaches into her, she's brought her backpack up with her, and she pulls out one of the, like a plant encyclopedia. Yeah, I can show you some of the plants that are in this book, but I don't know whether it covers all of them because it's a kind of out of date book. It's about 3 years old at this point, I think.
Ah. Alright then.
And so the two of you are going to spend time basically studying the plants and that. My question is, would you guys like me to do a cheeky little jump to the return, as I don't know how much the party intends to do whilst on said airship? Because there is only a little...
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. Okay, so... I need to do maths to work out the dates and that. Let me go to the... I hate the fact my most reliable method of telling the date or working out the new date when I do a little time lapse is when I have to use the fucking birth date generator that I have for making random NPCs when people are like, what's this character's birthday? Oh fuck. Cries.
Wait, when have we ever asked for a character's birthday? Let's be real.
Let's be real, I can see it happening. If I don't prepare a tool for it, you guys will ask.
Where's
for
Kay's
it.
birthday?
Well, you know that.
Anyway.
What's my birthday?
A number and a day. But sod's law, if
That's
I don't
so
prepare a tool
true.
for it, will be when somebody asks, hey, Lupus, what's this bit of information? Fuck. Thus, if I have all the tools that I need prepared, I'm also just half rambling so I could work out numbers. Uh-oh, it's the 1st of August again.
Ruh-roh.
When do you reckon is going to be a point where, like, the actual in-game day lines up with the actual, like, day that we are playing?
It's never gonna happen.
If it does happen, I will cackle.
I could work that out, but I can't be asked to math.
I mean, you can't really work it out unless you take like an average of how many days we pass per session, and that's not really going to be accurate. Blah 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 blah.
I know, but it's just
Say
funny to
consistently
imagine.
weekly, then
Consistent D&D.
it's been consistent so far.
No.
Yes. Anyway, so I'm gonna pass over the next week of just airship travel.
Just
airship
chilling.
things.
It's just airship things.
Not hide and seek.
No, that is banned from the just airship things list.
Yeah.
Yeah.
guys. The party is the 1st of August in game. The party lands back in Lenfar, and after a short period, you are basically returned back to the guild. Leon and Throck leave your company, meaning I can now close their sheets as they return back to their groups, and Lupus basically, Lupus leaves the party as well, so you will not be assisting. Okay, so now that you have returned back, you are back in your guild room. Currently present in this location is Mira, Kay, Alice, who I'm currently controlling, Alec, Xanis, Uzok, Penton, Milo, and Jelda. You're all back in your guild room in Lenfar.
Right.
And you currently have the option to do a fair few different things. You've got mission postings that you can take up. You've got, out of DMing brain, I would advise that you leave the honeymoon mission until we have all players back. Scheduling.
Good idea.
Because it's going to be kind of useful. But you have a fair few different hunting missions available, treasure hunting missions, bounty missions, you name it. There is just missions galore. You can also, yes. Judging by the date, there is also the guild chest that can be opened again, but probably leave that for post session because that's easier to deal with then. Brain cells, please. So, what would you as a group like to do? Is my question.
You guys, but I kind of want to have a look, see what missions there are, see if there's anything short and sweet.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah, let's
I
go.
agree.
Okay, right. So, is this everybody, or are you gonna? I guess it sounds terrible. Take the main player characters, or sentient people that are not under my grip, to take a look through mission postings.
We're all under your control, really.
True,
If you think
but
about it.
more of those who are not the character sheets that are not currently in constant use. So Mira,
True.
Alec, Milo, and Penton. Are you going as just the 4 of you to look at these missions, or are you bringing some of the NPCs along with you?
I think they're invited, for sure.
Yeah,
If they want to come, they don't have to.
Party time at the mission board.
Yeah.
Okay, let's.
If they don't want to come, then they don't have to come.
That's fine too.
Kay declines. I'm gonna.
Kay's mad at us. Alec, she's mad at us.
Coming with because she'll be underplayer character anyway. So, Xanis declines, Uzok declines, and Jelda's somehow managed to lose his hairbrush inside Fenrir's fur, so he is also declining temporarily.
Oh my god, everyone hates us.
It's more that you've just gotten back. Like you maybe had.
Oh, everyone's tired. I see.
Not necessarily. You got back early morning, so you've had. If it makes sense, you got back early.
They have other things
first,
to do.
It's like midnight. You arrived at midnight. It's kind of 9, 10 a.m. ish.
I imagine airship travel was pretty smooth and pretty relaxing in terms of what we were on. So
They're just doing them things.
The air is different up there.
Literally, it's altitude difference.
that good shit.
Yeah.
That ozone.
Ozone. No.
Yeah, hear that.
Okay, so you have a variety of different missions on these boards. What kind of missions will you be looking for? for context, I cannot indulge you in the idea of how long these a mission that you select will take, because that is an unknown to me.
Do they all look like? Do they all look like they're stuff we would be capable of?
Yes.
So it's all like at our level.
So all of the missions that you are capable of accessing at your group is capable of actually accessing is filtered out based on your group's ranking. So if you were to go up to a mission board and try and select an A ranked mission because you are designated as E, I think it's E minus at the moment, you would not be able
I thought
to.
we moved up. Aren't we D?
No, you're on E minus at the moment.
What?
We went from F minus to
E minus.
E.
I could have sworn we were D. Okay, sure.
Because you were on, I believe it was F, which is typically rank F groups are around level 4 to 8 collectively. E minus is when you are ranked roughly level 15 to 20, which fits your group's average ranks or average levels. Actually, you're all level 21 to.
I think we were E because we went up 3 ranks from F.
Are you sure? Wait, 3 ranks?
I think we went up
2.
like
I think you
2.
would have gone up 2 because you wouldn't have had the level up from fucking what's it?
The boss fight thing.
The thing that you fought recently.
The boss rush, basically.
No, that wasn't what gave you XP.
The punishment.
There was something recently that you guys had to do that gave you experience points, and I can't remember what it was. But you were level 20 at the time, because I remember Alec was like 2 levels under everybody else.
The doppelganger fight.
No, that was.
Before that, there was a encounter at some point. My brain is forgetting what.
Anyway.
It was the fucking. Yeah, I know what it was, because you were doing a diplomacy mission going over to Karmas, and that's where you got your level up to get to 21. I sussed it. So, actually that's the thing.
So treasure hunting and bounty sounds interesting.
Yeah, so they are generally defined down into different keywords. So if you want to if you have a keyword that you want to look for,
Money.
you can
Yeah.
You can filter
Money.
out the rewards. You can filter out rewards. You can filter out particular things. If you don't want to have a battle, then you can choose to filter out anything that revolves around hunt missions or stuff like that. Sorry, I know I'm over elaborating. I'm just trying to make sure I'm being clear.
You got any mysteries to solve?
Ooh.
Probably some investigating, some detective work.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Let's see if there's anything on there. Unfortunately, there do not appear to be any investigation missions that are revolving around things like sleuthing or trying to find a criminal or something along that line.
Or trying to be a criminal.
Alec, no.
What about the treasure hunting missions? What are they?
Treasure hunting mission.
I was gonna say, what do they consist of? But my immediate thought was treasure hunting.
So there is currently a treasure hunting mission available to you. However, it's not directly through the guild. If you remember back to your previous attempt to sell off an item that went a bit tits up, you did get an offer from Falco to help find a sword that he was looking for. So that is a potential mission that you could take up. However, that would not be through the guild, so you wouldn't get any. You would only get what Falco had offered as a reward.
That one for another time.
Okay. Oh fuck. As I'm just scrolling through what's here and what's not. There are treasure hunting missions looking for various basically the person who's put out oh, can you find X thing for me? to find a treasure chest that contains that item in a location or dig it up, and all they want is to see the item, and then you can keep the remaining thing.
Okay.
So those exist. They're I say unfortunately. You can attempt to take your next rank mission as you're all level 21 you're all level 21 or upwards. So that is something you can attempt to do.
Is that the honey mill thing?
No, as in you can attempt to do a passing mission to increase your rank from E- to E, which is now available after the whole fucking Carmass mission.
Okay.
I should probably write these down, shouldn't I?
What do you guys think so far?
Oh, I know what it was. We are rank E at the moment because we were able to take a fuse exam to rank E because we...
I'm certain, because I've got down on my notes that E-. I'll have to...
Yeah, we are.
Give me a second.
Yeah,
because I might have my notes down wrong.
the diplomacy mission that we did was a fused exam because we had like 2 ranks. Because I think we were F, and we had two ranks that we could go up.
That's what's throwing me for a loop, because if you're rank F and you're going up 2 ranks, that's F plus E-.
Was it 3? Because it's like in the message I just tagged, you said reference that we're able to take a fuse exam to rank E. Because wasn't this after Zodia?
God, here we go. Sorry, I'm trying to make sure that I can get this written down right. Because I'm genuinely trying to see if my I'm gonna say, for the sake of my brain cells, that you guys are rank E. Because I'm not 100% certain whether you went from F to E-, or whether it was whether you went from F plus to E. So you may have just jumped ahead of the thing, I'm not certain, but oh well.
So there's currently no treasure hunting missions.
There's no sleuthing missions. There are treasure hunting missions if you wish to look for the things, but most of them are please hunt down X thing and show it to me.
I lost my contact numbers. Could you please find them for me?
There are also recover X item missions. There are an abundance of hunt missions and basically monster hunting missions. The 164th Moogle expedition will be starting in the next day or so. So there's also that. Actually no, Lupus has already signed you guys up for that. Oh fuck, there goes my
Yeah, sounded familiar.
So yeah, there are a whole bunch of different missions you can take a look at. But I'll let you guys kind of convene as to what, I guess, mission type you want to go for.
So, combatty or no combatty?
No.
I don't particularly mind.
That's a no and a maybe. Alec?
I'd quite like a little combat just to throw some spells at something.
Me too. That splits it evenly. So, I'm gonna bite the bullet and say no.
Yay!
So, we'll go for one of the treasure hunting missions, I guess? Or find the thing for the person.
Which one? That's very unspecific.
I don't know. You haven't given any examples yet.
Okay, so you are looking at treasure hunting or recover item missions.
Oh, right.
So as you're filtering through, I'm guessing you're going to want to look at something that's on your rank.
Yes.
Okay. So there are a couple of missions here that are either combination missions of this monster has stolen my item, please recover it for me, and maybe kill it in the process. You have straight up missions where somebody is like looking around for something that they can't find. But one particular thing does take that does take Mira's interest.
Oh, wait.
You notice that there is a mission posting. Bark, bark, bark. Sorry.
Speaking with your people.
For a mystery treasure that allegedly has been hinted to be hidden amongst the destroyed remnants of a bandit camp. And this thing is rumored to be of a quite high strength. Let me roll. It gives the idea that the item that they are referring to would be considered Rarity 9 by the Merchants Guild.
Ooh.
So a quite high strength item.
I want to do that one.
Do you want to share it to the rest of the group? Because
Yeah.
I would imagine that all four of you are looking at different boards, so you're not like having to stare over each other's shoulders. So
I'll slap my finger on it.
So Mira calls your group over. Are you slapping your finger on the thing?
Yes. I'm not slapping, like, Penton around the face.
So you're touching the screen on that mission.
Not like just barely above.
Okay, so you tap the mission, and it opens up onto this larger screen. And at the bottom there is a big green button that says accept, and then underneath that big green button is one that says is a big red button that says decline. So whether you basically showing whether your group is or is not interested in that, and you end up calling the rest of the group ends up getting called over with Mira-esque noises, and you end up reading through. And basically gather the same information that Mira has. And so it's pretty memorable. That the bandit camp that they're the destroyed remains of the bandit camp they're referring to is the same bandit camp that you guys have been to before. And Alec, you would have been vaguely briefed as to this being the group's first mission before your arrival. So somewhere in the bandit camp that you previously visited is rumoured to be a high-strength magic item.
It's the scimitar.
It's a what?
I think I still have.
Totally.
I picked up a scimitar back when we did the first mission at the bandit camp. I don't have it anymore, I sold it, okay.
Would you like to go there and see what you find?
Yes. Sounds fun.
Malo?
It sounds alright.
Let's go.
The DM is currently scrolling through something on the screen.
Oh no, fit.
Just trying to find the map.
Door!
That's not
I'm
how
pretty sure that's in the public domain by this point.
Just through.
Okay. I had to do some rolls on that. So, are you bringing the I keep fucking calling them NPCs. Are you bringing your allies with you when you go back here?
If they would like to come.
Okay. So upon the offering of potentially coming with,
They all decline again.
no, they end up accepting because it's you're traveling for a short period, and you end up after a few hours, which it feels much quicker this time. But you arrive there, and the place has very much gone downhill since you were last here. Like, the empty shell of a camp. But you aren't here for that. You've taken up a mission, and you're now currently hunting around. Would you like to roll investigate? Actually, are you split? My question is, are you splitting out individually? Also, I would move you over to the previous map, but Roll20 has this fun thing where if you end up deleting the base file for the map off of your library, it just deletes the map from your actual game.
This camp was in like a big cave system, wasn't it?
Nope, it was in the middle of the forest.
Forest, okay.
It was in a forest clearing. There were these like big log poles. But are you investigating individually, or are you going to go in pairs, or trios, or however you want to separate out whilst investigating the area?
Maybe into like 2 groups, but I'm wary to split us up more than that.
I mean, unless something more terrifying has moved in, we should be way above the level required for this.
Yeah, unless.
So, I asked the party as a collective, are you sticking together, or are you splitting into 2 groups?
2 groups is a good compromise.
I would have said pairs, but I'll compromise and say 2 groups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yay.
can I ask how these groups are being split off?
I'm with Maria.
Yeah.
So, Alec and Mira going in group.
Wait, which NPCs are here?
All of them. So you have. Okay.
Every single NPC.
How
are you here?
The entire guild.
Slaven? Oh my god.
So you have. Currently with you
Sorry.
is your whole group. So you have Mira, Alec, Penta, Milo, Alice, Kay, Xanis, Uzok, Jelda, and then Fenrir by extension.
I like Jelda, so maybe Jelda could join the A team. Jelda, do you want to join the A team?
Before we. Before I split Jelda, Uzok, Xanis, and Kay about, Penton and Milo, can I ask if you two are going with Alec and Mira, or whether you two are going in group 2?
Group 2.
Milo, you're muted.
Whoops. Milo's going group 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
The sensible one. Let's go to
This feels like when you're picking teams for dodgeball.
I'm sensible when I want to be.
Okay, so.
When I feel like it.
Jelda is going with group 2.
Aww.
Wow, okay,
As-
Joda, be with your boyfriend.
meanwhile,
Alice will go with us.
I don't want Alice.
Alice has
Dibs,
gone with
Xanis, and Kay.
Xanis and Yuzok have gone with that group. So,
No, okay.
via systematic rolling,
That's not fair. They got 6, we got 4.
yeah, you also have, like, the Time Mage. So,
True.
point made. Okay, so you split
Yeah,
off.
I guess if something goes wrong, I can just teleport us away.
Exactly. So you split off into several groups. Several? Fucking. You split off into 2 groups.
Into.
And as you're investigating around the camp, it kind of brings back memories of when Father Bear was still working with your group, and kind of your group's I'm gonna say humble beginnings, if you will. Humble beginnings.
Back when I was plotting against all of you, I was a
Bruh.
real piece of shit.
Not
I'm
comment.
still a piece of shit.
You hear echo across the other side of the courtyard. There's like, basically think of this bandit camp as like a square keep style thing, but you've got like another square of logs around the inside as like a. I don't want to say ballast. That sounds like the wrong word. Basically, like a elevated bit of flooring, so they've got like an archery position if they need it. But you hear Xanis shout out from across the other side of this camp. You technically are still a piece of shit.
I mean, technically.
Technicalities, bitch. And then a tiny pebble flies over one of the logs and hits Penton in the toe.
The toe.
Yes. It hits you in the toes, but
You
because you
can
have
hit in the
shoes
toe.
Right. So, group 1, i.e. Mira, Alec, Xanis, and Yuzok. I would like I'm gonna get all 4 to roll investigation.
Ooh.
Oh, okay.
And we are going to, I am going to basically average out. I would also
How many
like
of those
the other,
things do I have?
I guess the other group to do the same in a minute. But first, my brain cells need a moment. Okay, so... So this is an investigation check.
I'm gonna use temporal hiccup to get extra stuff. Lucky.
Noise.
Man,
Let's see.
the downside
That's
of
terrible.
having the low intelligence character.
That's
So,
slightly better.
Mira,
Go
what did you roll?
good investigation.
39.
And Alec?
I've got really shit rolls, so I only rolled 18.
Don't worry, you still rolled better than Yuzok, you rolled a 4.
Fuck's sake,
Oh, you are
He's
Yuzok,
got low
honey.
intelligence.
poor
Um,
guy.
So, good news is, your group average is a 20.
That's pretty good.
I would now like the other group, say 1, like I'm demanding. I mean, I am demanding, I'm being DM moment. So, now group 2, consisting of Penton, Milo, Jelda, Alice, and Kay, need to roll their checks. Alice's investigation. Decent start, I guess. I'm not gonna have Fenrir join this because reasons.
Dice.
Who is crunching?
Sorry, I moved it away.
Oh.
I got breadsticks.
Oh, breadstick.
I'm hungry.
Oh, rude. Okay,
gonna
so
have hot
Penton
after.
and Milo. investigation checks, please.
15.
And Pendant?
23.
23. Okay, so, averaging all of the rolls together, group 2 actually rolled collectively higher by like 1.
No!
Yeah.
To give you
Right.
context, it's a if I were to do this in like decimals, it's a 19.75 for group 1. It's 20.8 for the other group.
Group 2.
Bullshit!
There is a 1.05
1.1.
difference.
No, they got an extra person. I feel unfair.
K-Rock, you have Alice and Zelda both with
And we
low
have-
investigations.
We have Yuzok.
You have an automatic 10. Your point.
Yeah, and I got a nat 20, so.
Point made.
And my investigation,
Anyway.
is not as high as I thought it would be.
No, unfortunately. Okay, so as you're investigating around, you manage. You manage to locate the item of interest. Oh god, it's a 41. I have to do maths.
That item looks interesting.
Oh,
It's a long pause. It's a very interesting item.
I'm scared.
I can still hear you
Oh.
munching.
Sorry, I'm very quietly counting. Okay, so your fancy schmancy item that you find, group 2 finds it. You find a very shiny, well-kept strongbox that you would say is roughly, roughly the size of like a. I'm just trying to think of like a real world comparison. It's like a small tub size, like 40,
Like a
you could
jewelry
probably fit like
box?
14 litres worth of liquid in there. The strong box.
Ah,
Think Skyrim, strong box but bigger.
Oh.
I haven't played Skyrim.
Valid. It's basically like a tiny safe that looks like a little chest. And it is locked. Very firmly locked, mind you. But just using your base arcana, you can definitely tell that this is the thing that you were sent here to look for. Do you want to open it?
Oh.
Yeah.
Boy, yes I do.
Well, actually, it's not trapped, is it?
It does not appear to be trapped.
Another double counter.
Am I doing this, or would you like to be on as well? Well, I guess I'm doing it.
Milo's like, yeah, nah, screw that. I am not touching that.
Sorry, I was just giving food.
Yeah,
it's
it's
too late.
perfectly valid.
Enjoy!
I just think it's really funny that Penton's like, Milo, do you want to open this box? And Milo just looks at
Cricket
Penton
noises.
blankly like, do I look stupid enough to touch a mystery box to you? So,
I'm just
Stupid
gonna
enough.
stand to the side.
understandable.
Yeah, maybe it's a
His face just starts melting in Indiana Jones.
We're playing
So-
Jumanji.
The Ark of the Covenant.
Roll me a sleight of hand check to pick the lock on this strong box.
They don't have lockpicks.
No, but I would assume you're using the tip of your sword cane.
Wow.
Or using the edge of one of your cards for this.
I guess that could work.
It's not a big box.
Is it a big block?
It's not a dense lock either.
Okay.
You could potentially just smash the lock, but you risk destroying what's inside of it.
Do I roll this or use another one of my bullshit free roll things?
I mean, it's not really bullshit pre-roll considering most of your gimmicks are luck-based, and you are about as frail as a mage. Minus the magic. So what
He's
is
got a
it?
little bit of magic.
Yeah,
bullshit pre-roll as a reaction.
Okay. So
we'll be at 16 plus 20, so that will be 36.
okay, so
So there's no combat, because I'm...
you open
Gotcha.
the strongbox, and inside is a very intricately detailed pair of gloves. Although describing them as gloves wouldn't really be accurate. They're more, I want to call them more gauntlet-like. What you have just uncovered inside of this strongbox is a set of Kaiser knuckles. This is the rarity 9 magic item that he was sent out here to locate.
What do they look like?
Hmm?
What do they look like?
If I were to describe them, they're kind of like a burgundy reddish set of like gauntlets. I'm not sure how I would describe them. Give me a second.
I'm already wearing them.
Let me see if I can find a good image of them. So, think this, but burgundy coloured. I put it in the chat.
Okie dokie. Ooh.
So, some very intricately designed gloves.
Milo, look at these. Don't they look cool? So shiny.
Very.
I have no idea what they are, but I kind of want to put them on.
Probably not. We don't really know what they do, unless anyone has any ideas.
Gelda just looks baffled, shrugs. No, I can't say I've got any idea. Okay. No, absolutely no. Absolutely no idea. And Alice is just kind of shrugging like, I don't know, this is new to me as well.
I think our client would get annoyed if I put them on.
I don't know.
Would they even know?
Themselves.
I will flip a coin.
Arrange these by... I can arrange them, but unfortunately it... Oh, it lines up. That lines all those up together. Yeah, that
Am I
works.
currently wearing anything that would be obstructed, I guess, by these?
Provided you have nothing, you take whatever's on your hands off.
I have a bracer.
What on your hands? It's
Wrist.
a hand item.
Oh, hand. There isn't an option. I guess there is. Oh, sneak gloves.
Okay, so I'm going to say for the sake of this that you do take them off when you try these new ones on, but you find that your physical strength grows by a significant margin, and you feel faster.
I feel so full of energy. I feel stronger. I'm gonna go punch something. Mira!
Close enough to hear this.
Yes.
Yeah, can we hear?
You
Yeah!
hear the call. You hear the call for your name.
I've got some new punching gloves. Can I punch you?
Yeah, hang on!
Okay, let's go. I'm gonna go follow Mirror and tell
I
everyone.
think he wants
we're
to play
following.
punch tag with us.
He's not playing punch tag with me.
Oh no.
Well, you're just the
Okay,
worst, right? Mimi
well.
likes playing it.
So I've just posted the effects of what that
Oh, yeah,
piece of
punch
magic
tag.
gear does in the chat. But
Ooh.
so
Ooh.
you arrive.
Useless to.
you arrive together, and Penton, you're wearing these gloves. Do you want me to just quickly slap them into your magic gear so you can see them, or do you want to keep hold them in your treasure slots for
We'll
now?
probably be giving them away. Probably be giving them away when we get back, since it's an item that's been requested for the mission. I feel like
Yes.
it'll reflect bad on us if we keep hold of it.
I mean, it's something that they're looking for, but they don't necessarily want to keep.
Uh-oh.
So this is something that, as long as they get to see it and study it for a short period, afterwards they don't care what happens with it.
I'm gonna gently punch Mira.
I mean, they're made of a very solid material.
Mm-hmm.
But
I don't have an armed strike, so it shouldn't do too much damage.
well, Penton, what's your strength stat?
Not very high at the moment.
And Mira, are you allowing? Change the temp stat boost there to 10 to replicate the effect of his gauntlets. Mira, are you allowing Penton to punch you in the arm?
Apparently so.
So Penton,
Sure, arm.
you
Not in the
you plan your
face.
punches. No.
No, don't punch her in the face.
Xanis is going to intervene there and insist it's on the arm because he recognizes what is currently on your hands very as clear as day.
Yeah, it's made of fucking metal.
Yes. So
In loose
Penton,
terms.
you punch Mira in the arm. I'm not going to make you roll to hit because this is a willing allowance of being punched in the arm. You do 6 points of bludgeoning damage, as your strength is currently sitting at a casual 23 whilst wearing these.
Roll a save or I get on.
But you end up taking them off after Xanis basically points the tip of his weapon at you. Take them off, or I'm going
Fine.
to stick this where the sun does not shine.
It didn't hurt, did it, Mira?
Mira, not the time for your dinosaur impressions.
Am I supposed
Mira,
to
you can hit harder in battle. Come on.
Can I hit him back at least?
No,
What?
No.
because I said no.
But Penton didn't say no.
But you allowed him to punch you in the first place. This is your fault.
I literally asked, can I punch you?
Okay, well, can I punch you?
No.
Well, that's not very nice.
You should have seen that one coming.
Yeah.
This is very unfair and unreasonable.
I'm here with my
Oh,
lady.
Maria.
Allowing
Uh,
yourself
it
to
is
be
way back
punched is idiotic.
Alec, can I punch you?
Mira, stop.
Just once.
Anyway.
Yeah! Bam!
Xanis
Okay.
just shakes his head. Okay, right. Well, we can take a look. I think there was like one chamber in one little area inside the bandit camp that didn't seem quite right. Remember that bandit captain was saying about he had stashed something in the under the ground. We could try digging that up and see what we get. I doubt that anybody's been here, considering that I literally had to bash the freaking lock on the gate in.
Wait, out of character, wasn't that marked by a scimitar? That I took.
It used to be. This is a different stash that I'm talking about.
Okay.
The stash that you're referring to was one that you had to disable a trap in during your first visit here, because I remember spending ages having to roll the loot for those post-session. So, would any of you like to help Xanis go in and investigate for the things that might be lying about?
Yeah.
Sure.
Let's go.
Okay, so you go inside. And you look through things. So you end up investigating about, and you find an area within the actual building itself that seems to have a slightly raised. Seems to have a slightly raised bit of flooring. Do you want to attempt to break open some of the floor to find what's down there?
Meteor. No. I'm joking.
No. Sir.
I'll break more than the floor.
You'll break the entire building and set it on fire. This will only end badly.
But it would be so cool.
It would,
on brand.
but...
I won't do it. Don't worry.
Horrible concern.
I wouldn't do that.
You would.
Trust me.
You definitely
I wouldn't.
Okay.
Okay, Mary, you can punch the floor.
Yay!
So, Mira, you are helped by Yuzok to pry away some of the floor panels, and inside you find what appears to be a storage case for 4 different things. Oh god, this is where I have to scroll about. What is that one? Okay. And inside you find a headband. I will describe what they are in a second. Wait, hang on. Is that the right thing? Yes, it is. Oh no. A interesting looking ring.
Yes.
Hold on, I'm still going.
What's so
Oh
interesting about this?
no.
You find a cloak that seems to have these kind of like stitched in details of flames. And the last thing, I've got to scroll. Oh my god, I've got to scroll so far down for it. Oh.
Why did you say "oh" like that?
It explodes.
You find
Mirror's
and it's
black.
Don't mind me, just gonna re-roll that thing because I don't want to give that to anybody.
Is it a plus item?
Oh, come on, no, you can't re-roll. You gotta give it
It wasn't a
now.
plus item. I think it was something a bit.
It's not a plus item. It's definitely not a plus item. I'm telling you now, it's not a plus item.
The demon thing, it's like it's gonna be like a really huge, powerful, or like cursed thing.
Well, if I told you that it's an item with a backfiring effect on it,
Ah.
I see.
come on. It keeps fucking. I keep rolling the same fucking number. Okay, there we go. That's a different number. It really, really wants to stick that in somebody's hands, and I'm telling it no. And a second.
Be in my hands.
A second cloak that appears to have like very almost like bright luminescent colours on it. So
Can I cast detect magic and see what kind of shenanigans?
okay, so how long are you spending basically studying these items for?
The whole time, the whole detect magic.
The whole time.
Where is it? Yeah, the whole 3 rounds.
Okay, so you spend the time to analyze these items, and I'm just trying to find the things. I'm so glad. Do you want to know what thing I had to re-roll like several times over because it kept trying to give it to somebody?
What was it?
The glass tiger charm.
Oh my god! Think of what we could have had.
Context.
Okay.
I know.
Context of
I
what that
know.
is. It gives you some ridiculously good bonuses, but it reduces your HP by 80%.
Ooh. You know, I'll risk it.
It's not dropped. I've
Yep.
intentionally made sure that is not landing in anybody's hands because I prefer not to have a character death before the end of this current arc.
Another character.
Like, y'all can perish after the first arc has concluded, but I am not. No, I'm not doing this to myself. Where is the other thing? I literally had this like 5 seconds ago. Where is it? I'm being special. I can't find the thing that I'm looking for.
Elevator music break. Dun, dun, dun.
Which one is it?
It's the ring that's on there, and I'm being thick.
Du- 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 du-
Where is it?
Dun,
Found
Where
it.
is
dun,
it?
dun, 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 dun,
160.
dun, 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 dun,
160.
dun, dun, dun.
Sexy. Okay, so
Do you
as
recognize
you're
that song?
I do. It's the weeping.
Yes, it's weird.
Okay, so Alec, you'll your investigations revealed the headband is an item known as the Arcane Headband. It is a rarity 3 magic item that gives you plus 20 to D-shell saves, and when you hit critical HP, it gives you haste for 2 rounds. Don't worry, I will be posting these effects in the chat
Okay.
in a bit. The 2 cloaks. One of them is the Ember Cloak, the one that looks fiery, that halves fire damage you take. The other one, the kind of luminescent one, is the Luminous Cloak that halves holy damage.
I already half fought both of those.
Aww, but that
Eh,
might not be used on you.
I
So-
know. That's what
And
I'm
then
saying.
The last one, you realise, is a somewhat cursed item, as it seems to have both a positive and negative magical aura about it, which is the Ring of the Masochist, which gives you plus 40 to all of your elemental and physical resistances, but it reduces your AC and spell saves by double that amount. So, plus 40 to your resistances, but you will be hit by everything and anything under the sun.
So it's minus 80 to your AC.
Mm-hmm.
What? So I'd have an AC of like negative 50.
You would have an AC of 1, because your AC physically cannot go below that.
What AC?
Fun fact, that item is made to be...
Not worth it.
Item is actually made to be counteracted with other things, or to be attributed to a tanking build. But anyway,
I'm not a tanking build.
you are certainly not.
I will never be a tank build.
Let me just put that in the chat. But
I'm
those
sure there's
are-
a meme for
Those
this.
5 things you have picked up are now basically being carted back. I will let you divvy them out amongst yourselves in a bit.
Probably after session.
Yeah, probably after session. But you end up making your way back. Sorry, I know this can be heard on stream. And then, so as you're just kind of picking about with that, you turn in for your mission, and the person kind of just shrugs. It's like their reaction is something on the lines of they were expecting the item itself to be more interesting than it actually was,
But it's so shiny. It's really nicely, intricately designed.
and lets the party take it as their reward.
Oh.
So I've just put the effects of the 5 items you picked up in the thing, so you may distribute those out later. Although do remember
Okay.
you do have your equipment respec thing coming in soon, which
Yep,
I
yep.
was talking to you about. But those are a thing. Anyway, so with a nice quick treasure mission covered up, you end up encountering Delta. Returning roughly around the same time that you end up returning to your, kind of heading from your room to dinner, and he looks a little bit worse for wear.
Oh.
Keep in mind that Cedric was the one that went to go and investigate the abomination thing.
Well, that's already happened.
Yeah, it's been a week.
Oh.
Whereas Delta was the one going to hunt down where Mace had gone off to.
Oh.
So, would any of you like
Oh.
to interact with Delta?
Have I actually interacted with Delta before?
I believe Delta has interacted with one or two. I think it's only 2 of you at most, but I don't remember who.
Do not remember
I
him.
think I've one.
Is he one of the elites?
No, he is one of the other guild members. He's been mentioned by Brutus a few times, but he is
Ew.
a. Do you want me to just grab the information from?
Yes.
Grab the thing.
So
the
this
thing.
you would recognize this this is Delta Tanga, a male deerfolk who stands at 6'8" and is a gunner. That is the pretty general information I can give you if you don't remember him. But he has previously been associated to be quite close with both Alonso and Brutus. Because it has been memed a couple of times that they all share a very similar accent. But would you like to approach Delta relating to his possible discoveries?
Yeah, sure.
So, please initiate the conversation. I would assume that you're all, I'd assume in my head I picture the whole group together about to go off to get food. So this is like a
Hey, dude. How did the mission go?
Ugh, it was an experience, I'll put it that way. Ironically, end up encountering fucking Cedric along the way, and not exactly a good sign. But we know what that abomination is now.
What is it?
It appears that we've found out what those missing remains were used for.
Yeah?
Well, I should think it's spelled out quite clearly.
Oh, I see.
Can I roll insight on Alec to see if he actually...
You may. What is your insight check?
I'm checking Alec. Does he actually understand?
Alec, do you understand what the situation is? Like, in
Uh,
character, do you have any idea what's being referred to here?
Kind of. I think I know,
Would
but
you like
I'm
to
not sure.
explain, just in case you are not correct?
Like the missing remains of like Tuck and stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
Yeah.
you've got a general idea, yeah. So Milo,
Okay.
your rough assessment is Alec kind of understands, but doesn't have complete context on the situation, as well as you or Mira might, as you two are descendants of those people. Or I say descendants of those people.
Obviously Tuck's remains were taken. Know that in the past the cult has turned remains into abominations. And obviously Mace also had that behemoth that he
Oh
disappeared
yeah.
with.
That was so weird.
If I were to tell you that we've managed to figure out what this abomination has been comprised of, you'll have to go and talk to Nova about that. He's the one doing all of the fun little details about it. I need some rest. Fuck this day.
Fair enough. Rest well.
Thank you. I appreciate your concern. I shall not just rest well. I will make sleep know my name. It will fear me.
Bit weird.
What? Are you saying that out loud?
Yeah.
You get a sniper round plinked at you, and it hits you in the back of the head.
Ow.
It hits the floor, it rolls by your feet, and you see that it has your name carved on it. I have a second one just in case you try to turn traitor. Remember that before you make snarky comments like a rabbit man. And then the door to I've just got to remember which group he is in. See, I remember. Don't lock laptop. I swear to God, do not lock right now. My God.
Lock it, do it,
It's
do it.
locked.
No balls.
Fuck.
Ah!
So the door to Group H's room slams shut.
Wait, but don't you know that remains the end of the world? Never mind.
You think he's got one of those for all of us?
What does it
Is it
mean
just Pen?
calling you little bunny man?
I mean, because he has like,
Because he's fucking huge.
and also Penton has like no backbone. Have you seen him around tall people? Well, specifically tall people that look like they could squish him.
So not just not me. Right.
I
That's right.
mean-
Backbone's the wrong thing to say.
Penton, you melt like something plastic in one of those microwave things they have in Tempeal.
What? What's a
You go-
microwave?
You turn into a gelatinous cube that can't be asked to hold its shape anymore the moment there's somebody who looks like they might be able to stand in front of you and be slapped in the face instead of you. You're a simp.
I may be a simp, but I'm now a disgustingly rich simp.
You're still a simp.
Anyway,
Moving swiftly onwards.
Penton
get
destroyed.
Lap's on.
Yeah, let's go get food. And not anger any more guild members with guns.
Anyway, whilst I try and fight my laptop to get it to turn back on, do you want to try? Oh my god. Do you want to
yes.
try and thermal shutdown occurred? Oh, okay, cool,
oh,
It
it overheated.
fun. Anyway,
Is it warm?
You
cool,
good?
yes it is.
You gonna be good?
Yeah, the laptop is gonna take a break because it's
I see.
toasty, meaning that I am doing this off of one thing. Anyway, do you want to go and speak with Nova before you do anything else? I'm going to unplug
I
the
might.
laptop
Sure.
because that is concerning. The fact that it overheated. It could just be that it's too warm in here for the laptop, but it has been running the whole day. But just in case, because I don't want that.
Give the little guy a break.
It's certainly a
Put him in the fridge.
I mean, it will probably make it run better. Okay, you know what?
Probably. Oh, no, it'd be wet.
You're staying,
It's wet in the fridge.
You are staying off for now, and I'm taking you off of the thing that I'm using to.
Put it in a plastic bag in the fridge so it doesn't get wet.
That's
See?
Oh shit!
Yeah, I know, right? Sorry. Anyway, so
That's late
who
now,
is
that
going
is.
to speak to Nova? I know
Milo
who
will
is.
too, and I'll tag along because I like tagging along.
Okay. Mira, Penton.
Penton would kind of like to have a word with Kay at some point.
Okay, but who is going with to speak to Nova? This is important because this is the scene I'm concluding out with.
Was on the toilet. deciding
yeah.
what's happening, so probably not me.
Okay, Mira, are you going with?
I'll go with the Novi Wovy Woo.
Okay, so Alec, Milo, and Mira, the three of you, dads, go to speak to Nova immediately while the rest of your group goes off to go and get food. So, what?
You
Nothing.
looked straight at me and went, so.
Well,
Aggression.
So,
vibration sounds.
Mm.
Anyway, the DM profile is not actually logged in anymore because laptop went kaput. But
That's so
basically,
sad.
you go to go and speak to Nova, who is currently up to God knows how many books in his study, and spots the three of you standing by the door. Ah, yes. Mr. Emil, Miss Rosewood, and Sir Dragon, or Mr. Dragon, I guess, would be the more appropriate title. How can I help you three?
Sorry for disturbing. We saw Delta in the hall just now mentioned about the abomination that he came across.
Ah, yes, the thing that you're going to be sent off to fight.
oh fuck.
Yes. Well, good news is that I've finally found out what the components of that abomination are, and I'm now 100% certain as to who posted those bills. It's a direct send-in from the cult. But because it's submitted via normal means, probably via a third party, we can't just turn it down. So, we found out that bounty now that has been placed, Mace put it on himself. So, you'll probably have to send him packing back to his phylactery before we deal with the abomination.
Okay.
You must be pretty confident if you put in a hit call on himself.
Yes. Well, we've also found out that I'll have to let you kids do your own research into them. But it seems to be a combination of I think it's an Abaddon, a Seathraktarvager. I think it's a type of behemoth. But did you kids see them take a behemoth at any point? Important question.
Yes.
We saw
Yeah.
Mace take a behemoth, although he was in the behemoth
He was
temporarily.
inside the behemoth and then crawled out and then teleported, and it was really weird.
Nova's eyes widened the moment you mentioned that Mace was not only inside the behemoth, but was also teleported this thing away. Okay, so that means that they probably caused internal bleeding on that behemoth to keep its meat fresh, teleported it or banished itself away, whatever. It warped somehow, so they used that behemoth to bait a different type of behemoth, which is a common method used to lure dark behemoths out of the entrances to the abyss within the underworld. So, dark behemoth, Seathraktarvager, Abaddon, and then the remains of Tuck. Oh boy, that is going to be an interesting combination. And he starts flicking through all of his notes and details. Well, I can get you young'uns some of the details that you need, but
I need a bigger meteor for this.
sorry, I'm just typing this down. And he continues flicking through his notes almost as though he's missed something. And he's getting proper into it, of trying to work out what is he's missing. There has to be something. It has to be something. No, that's... He then concludes that, yeah, that's pretty much everything.
Okay, thank you.
You take care now. Take some time to train yourselves up as well. It's going to be a potentially quite bloody fight that you go into.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we'll get some research done for you and see what we can do.
Alrighty. Thank you.
And you end up leaving. And on your way back to the dining hall, when you're going to get food, you are briefly apprehended by Lupus. Right. Sorry to bother you kids real quick. I've signed you guys up to do the 164th Moogle Expedition as a
The
way
what?
of... The 164th Moogle Expedition. I'll explain it more when I've got a little bit of free time. The whole guild is in fucking panic mode right now, trying to work out what the fuck to do about this abomination thing. We're working on trying to get something sorted out, but I've signed you up to 2 missions. So you got the 164th Moogle Expedition you're going to be helping out with over the next few days, and then you'll be going off to Honeymill to go and deal with Hilda Lockhardt's Silver Dragon possession, whatever. And that should buy enough time for us to get some stuff sorted out for you. Anyway, I've got to go and find out from Nova what the hell we're going to be sorting out about this whole thing. So just bear with me. I will sort as much out as I can as your guildmaster, and we'll get you set up as best as we can. Anyway, get down there quick, because food is... I had an inspiration of cooking when I got back, and I made some good shit. Go. Run. And Lucas immediately starts basically half sprinting down the corridor, back up to the library you just came from.
Well, he said to run.
Walks.
I'm sprinting. I'm all about sprinting.
Yes. Alec, are you walking or running?
Join me.
I'd probably like start almost running, and then I'm like, oh, I can't be bothered. I just start walking.
Valid. So you end up getting to have your food, and then after a brief period, you are kind of collectively returned back to your rooms, or back to your room.
To our
after
rooms.
eating. And from here, you end up kind of settling in for that night, and the whole situation kind of seems like it's slowly creeping up on you. But you have the benefit that the guildmaster is doing, basically putting as many walls in the way to slow down the pace at which the upcoming confrontation with your best friend. I'm being sarcastic. But your best friend is coming up real quick. But this time, you feel a bit more prepared than you were previously. So who knows? Maybe this time, you might just put him in the floor pretty fucking fast. But I am going to end the session there. And next session will be the start of the 164th Mughal expedition.
What the fuck is that?
I'm back next
See you next
time.
one. Bye-bye.
Bye.